There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at 30. So Vanderbilt's offense will get the first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Back to throw, it's Pavia. There's the pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Commodores send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team. But one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Big guy smells it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Great job being physical in the middle of the defense. Goal line situation, 3rd down. Nowhere for the runner to go in the middle of the field, so he tries to use his speed to bounce it.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 56 yards to the end zone and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Caught in the backfield, it's Alexander. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Alexander. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 3. And the Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Davidson. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking for room. It's Cobb. Past the first down marker and still running. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Gets it out fast. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. They'll try the outside to the left. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Pavia. Under fire. Pressure's there and he lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Pocket breaking down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Kane. Jumped on top of the pile. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer. Get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Auburn going to work with another 1st down. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Here comes the heat. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they're going to try this on 4th down. They need a touchdown, Tigers. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, or get us some points?
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Pulls it in. It's Hoskins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Commodores will punt this one away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create, sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
Makes the grab onside. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. To the air, it's Knight. Throws to the wideout. Got a man, it's Smith. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Auburn! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. power football with the run. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half.
And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Got the first down and more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They opened up this drive getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. And maybe he'll get... line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Here's a heat. Floating away. Turns it on in midfield. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Auburn! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass. The great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia State. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got the quick completion. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Pulls it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Finds his man. It's Henderson. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Back to throw, it's Knight. Floats it out in space. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Henderson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running back searching for a hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll move the tight end. On the run, it's Henderson. Gets it past the marker. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to pass. It's Pavia. Got his man quickly. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Sherrill. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to really get into this one. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
There he goes. Got the 1st down and more. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line, and the running game making its presence felt. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looking for a gap. It's Newberry. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Pavia. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the Auburn offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They think there's room to run to the right here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
They're going back to the ground. Fighting off the defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. To the air, it's Pavia. Let's go!
Number 38, on to punt it away.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line.